It came down to time management and perhaps a pinch of salt as the finest details of last night on MasterChef Canada. And spoiler alert, another contestant was eliminated.
We had no other choice but to say goodbye to Kimberly.
Kimberly was sent home after a pressure test where contestants were asked to replicate a squid ink pasta dish. Unfortunately, hers didn't quite measure up, but we are so pleased to welcome Kimberly to Your Morning. How do you feel watching that back? And thank you. Welcome to the Your Morning set.
Thank you. Watching it back and...
Does it still sting?
A little bit.
A little bit, huh? Because it's been a little time since you shot the show.
Yeah.
But it still hurts. What do you think when you see it?
Why didn't I sprinkle some salt?
and have you gone back? Do you remember why you didn't sprinkle salt?
Yeah, I think I got a little overwhelmed towards the end, and I ended up cracking my egg. And for a second, I forgot it was a soft boil, and I hit it on the sink.
Oh, no.
And it cracked, and I got upset.
And then a little flustered.
And then I just remember bringing my plate up. I didn't even remember salt.
You know, sometimes it's the simplest thing that can cause the biggest trouble. I would have thought that the biggest problem that people would have had was harvesting the squid ink. So many of your fellow home cooks had never seen squid or cooked with squid before. What was your experience with squid?
Honestly, I had no experience with squid.
So how did you find that squid, the ink, whatever it's called, pouch?
Honestly, you just cut it open and you look until you see a little black, and you know, you just go for it. Very slippery.
And when you don't, I mean, what experience are you culling from when you're doing something like this? This is brand new for so many people. I've never seen this.
Honestly, you just have to try your best and just go with the flow, you know?
Are you a better chef now than you were when you entered the MasterChef kitchen for the first time?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. What advice would you have for people who are sitting at home saying, you know, if this show ever comes back, maybe I'll do it? What would you tell them?
Honestly, just go with your gut.
Yeah.
You know, do what your heart tells you. Don't listen to anyone.
Yeah.
And just go for it.
Although you did have to listen to somebody in the first part of the show, in the group challenge, where you had to cook for 105 new Canadians, and you were part of a team. What was the biggest challenge in, A, working as a team, and B, cooking for so many people?
I feel like the leadership was a little bit off, personally.
I think the editors of the show also felt that we were supposed to feel that, too.
So I wasn't really happy with that choice.
But, correct me if I'm wrong, in a kitchen, it really is, there's almost like a military chain of command that you do have to take orders sometimes.
Yeah.
So even if you don't agree, the whole thing falls apart, right? So, but you did play your role.
I did.
And the end result, what do you think where the breakdown was?
I personally felt like we could have won.
Yeah.
I felt like I should have been put on the curry.
Right, yeah.
Instead of the salad. But, you know, it wasn't set up that way, so I got stuck on the salad. My team fell short, but at the end of the day, we put out a great dish. We got everything done, and, you know.
What did it mean to you to cook for new Canadians just moments after they had become Canadian citizens? You came to Canada at the age of 2. So what did it mean for you to be there on that special day for them and to really offer them their first meal as Canadians?
Honestly, it was amazing because I don't really remember when I came. So like seeing their faces and how happy they are to be in this country, like it just melts your heart a little bit.
You know, so many of us follow these shows. We love this show. We're so passionate about the show. We wish it was all about the cooking, but there's also strategy to be played as well. What's one thing about being on MasterChef Canada that perhaps surprised you?
The squid ink.
What are some of your hopes now that you've got MasterChef Canada under your belt? Where are you going to go next?
Honestly, I really want to work with my community. I want to work with the youth and do some cooking with them. So that's my main goal right now. I love working with kids. I have an 8-year-old at home, and she loves to cook. So why not bring that happiness to the community? So.
And don't forget the salt.
And don't forget the salt.
Kimberly, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Congratulations.